Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to the semi-final of the World Cup predictions. We're down to 4 nations. Somebody is going to break history for their footballing nation. Thogdad, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling that you should smash the like button if you like the next couple of minutes about Qatar, because we've loved every minute of this. But the first game is, though, Argentina against Croatia. Now, this is Lionel Messi against Luka Modric. I'll tell you a little fact about Argentina, though. The last 41 games they've played, they've lost 1 against Saudi Arabia. They're in form, aren't they?
Well, let's go through that record. They began their World Cup stretch with that loss to Saudi Arabia. So before that, they must have been on an unbeaten streak that was incredible. But they've turned it around with that 2-0 win over Mexico. Then they beat Poland 2-0. And then by 1 goal, they beat Australia and Netherlands by penalty. So the games got harder as they got on. They beat teams by less as they got further into the stages. They show fight every part of the tournament, but do they have the minerals to make another World Cup final? I think that'll be their 6th ever.
I tell you what as well, Theo, that is correct. It's ominous that they've never lost in a semi-final. They've always got through the semi-finals.
But they've lost the World Cup final 3 times. This would be a 4th. Do they have the guts to make it through such an important match? Because Croatia, they're big lads, they're strong. Are they going to find a way?
Well, I'll tell you what, they've got guts. We saw the aggression of Argentina in that quarter-final. We saw the brilliance of Messi, and we saw the fighting spirit. At times, it was almost dirty, wasn't it, the atmosphere? I think Argentina have got 2 great players. Number 1, Lionel Messi. Number 2, the fans. We've not always liked them as the English, for obvious reasons, the hand of God. But we respect them, don't we?
Yeah, we respect them. They've been the 2nd loudest. You said that they won't win the World Cup. Do you take back those words?
No, I don't. Because I've said again and again, this is a mediocre Argentina side plus Lionel Messi, who's anything but mediocre. Well, I'll tell you what, Theo, never write off Croatia. They must be the most stubborn team in world football. Now, look back at the last 5 games, Theo.
Yeah.
They've only won 1 in the regulation time, and that was against Canada. They've not scored first in this tournament.
How have they not scored first? How can you be this far into a tournament without being this team to just nick a goal somehow?
You mentioned the word team, Theo. We mentioned Luka Modric, and he's wonderful.
Yeah.
But there's some great players around him. And I've been more and more impressed by the likes of Sosa and Juranovic. Obviously, the Brozovic's, Kramarić's of the world we know about.
The goalkeeper, I didn't even know. He plays in the Croatian league. He's 27 years old. I looked at him, I thought he was about 18. The geezer's got a baby face, but my God, he is the baby-faced assassin. When someone tries to take a penalty, he will not let that enter the net.
And what Croatia have got, Theo, is this incredible team spirit. You know what? If I put together a team of Argentinian players and Croatian players, there would be more Croatian players in that 11 for sure.
That's crazy when you think about it. That makes you show how close this match will be when it comes down to it.
And let's not forget what they've just done. Beaten the mighty Brazil. This was everyone's pick. 75% of people said
on
Brazil
penalties
would win this.
They scored a 117th minute equaliser in added time, extra time, whatever you want to call it, then went to pens and beat them. They didn't beat them outright. Now, funnily enough, Croatia have already played Morocco. They drew 0-0.
Yeah.
Now, when they played 0-0 in that first game, did you think for 1 second that both of them would make the final 4?
I thought it would take a very good team to beat Croatia, Theo. This really good unit. And I tell you something, though. Croatia must be knackered by now.
Are you going to back Croatia to win this, Dad? Because they won it 3-0 in 2018, which gave Croatia first place in the group, which allowed them to go on an easier run, which therefore they made the final.
Because of the 12th man, Theo, and because of Argentina's history in the semi-final, never going out at this stage, I'm going to go Argentina 1, Croatia 0.
What, you're predicting Argentina to be World Cup finalists?
Yes.
Who's going to get that goal and how is it going to go in, Thogdad?
Well,
Scrappy? Who's scoring it? Talk to me.
It's written in the stars that this is Lionel Messi's World Cup, so it's going to be Messi from the penalty spot.
Messi's going to score a pen. I have gone with a very mad scoreline. Now, Croatia are the giant slayers. They always find a way to beat the big teams. If Argentina don't score early, Croatia could just have a moment and snatch this game. So I think Lau Bielsa will find a way in the first half. It will be 1-0 at half-time. Croatia will equalise around the 45th minute, just before half-time or just after. It will be a big header of some sort. Then we will see a Messi involvement in a goal between the 70th and the 80th minute to make it 2-1 Argentina, and then 10 minutes of sheer pressure as the ball is knocking about. I think Croatia will just miss one massive chance. It's gone. 2-1 full-time. Argentina are World Cup finalists. We agree.
We agree, Theo.
That is a big prediction. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Time for the other side of the draw.
And now for France against Morocco. It's the current world champions against the pretenders from Africa. The first African team to get into the semi-finals of a World Cup. What a story. But let's talk about France. But Theo, I've forgotten. Who did they beat in the quarterfinals?
Let's not talk about it, Thogdad. They put in a great fight, to be fair. England were the better team. The referee was an absolute mug. When we were at the game, we didn't realise how bad the refereeing decisions were. I feel like we looked online and there's an absolute meltdown.
3 players who really shone against England for me. Koundé, I thought, was surprisingly good.
The right back.
He was one of my top 3 players for sure, Theo.
I forgot he was even there.
Oh, come on, Theo. You weren't watching. Griezmann, for me, was the man of the match. He is superb in that deeper midfield
He has
role.
changed it. I mean, from one stage, being at Atletico, finished, being subbed on in the 70th minute, constantly, not getting enough game time, Diego Simeone having a laugh about him, and now he is the king of France and could be sending them back-to-back finalists. Like I said, the first time since 2002 a nation had done that.
And my third name is Olivier Giroud,
yeah.
Theo. We know him from Arsenal and Chelsea. He got the goal. He got ahead of Harry Maguire.
Dad, how does he always do it?
I don't know, Theo.
Seriously, like, the guy's experienced, he's old. You'd have thought Benzema would start up top, but Didier Deschamps has a crazy way of making it work. Giroud's overtaken the Thierry Henry France record. Do you know how mad that is? We're talking about a striker that a lot of people don't even rate. I feel like Olivier Giroud, whenever the ball is knocking around the box and it's scrappy and it's bouncing, he will put it away. But what I'm feeling right now is, after going to all the Morocco matches, actually we're aiming to go to all the World Cup games. Morocco have the number 1 fans in this tournament, shall we say? Do you agree with that?
Along with Mexico, Argentina, Brazil. But
I disagree. I think Morocco are number 1. And do you know what? For this part, I'm going to wear this flag round me because I am supporting Morocco. I'm going to be telling my grandkids, we were there in Qatar when Morocco were representing Africa. Everybody and me are supporting that nation. Even if they lose this game and France knock them out, which, by the way, France are massive favourites. They've got way more squad depth. They've got more fitness because they've gone to matches. They've never gone to extra time. Whilst Morocco had to take Spain to 120 minutes, they had to strangle out that Portugal game. It's fair to say the players are more tired. And one of their lads got a red card in the last minute who came off the bench. So they've got less options.
I think it's going to be very, very close there. I wouldn't have said this earlier in the tournament, but I've seen with my own eyes how well organised Morocco are, how they've got real talent. We're not mentioning the goalkeeper yet. Bono has been
God. And it's mad that we haven't mentioned him. He's been the best goalkeeper at the World Cup. So clutch whenever needed. So, Dad, give me a prediction. You're gassing up Morocco. Are they going to win? Because last time you said they wouldn't and they made it through.
And actually, I don't want to jinx them. So I'm going to be supporting Morocco. I'm not really sorry to the French, but I think it's been too much. I think it ends here. I'm going to go France 2, Morocco 1. I'm sorry.
No!
Yes.
You're predicting France to win, Thogdad. Don't be a mug. Do you really think we're seeing an Argentina-France final? That's what you're going for?
Yes, I think it's written in the stars.
When you're playing against Morocco, you've got to deal with the fans. That's the 12th man. So you're already a man down because they are going to be better than you off the pitch. Now, on the pitch, they will fight more. Any 50-50, you're getting their second. It's a war when you play Morocco. And therefore, this is my prediction, Thogdad. Morocco, first half goal, 1-0 win. There'll be an involvement from Hakim Ziyech. This is the game where he will take it into his own hands. Morocco will be World Cup finalists. Again, I'm going against what most people say, the odds, but I have belief, and I've watched every match, and I'm full out sure that Morocco can do this.
You know what, Theo? We went to Marrakesh when you were a kid.
Yeah, I've got a lot of connections with Morocco.
Yeah.
It's the one place in Africa that I've been to more than once.
Yes.
Seriously, I've been to Rabat, and I've been to Morocco. I just need to go to Casablanca now. So any Moroccans, invite me out. I want to go to some local football match. Casablanca derby, bring it on. How many likes do you want, Thogdad?
Because of all that waffle, 15,000.
15,000 likes.
Do it for Morocco.
Do it for Morocco. Do it for Morocco. Dima Maghreb. Come on, give us a Dima Maghreb.
Dima Maghreb.
Just to end it, Thogdad reckons it's going to be an Argentina-France final, but he is supporting Morocco. And I'm going Argentina-Morocco. Please subscribe and do it before you lose the opportunity. We will be leaving soon, and I want to say it's been an emotional roller coaster. My fitness levels are almost gone. I've posted twice a day on some occasions. It has been mental, but your support is always perfect and helps us. See you in a bit. Good luck to all 4 nations. It's going to be a special World Cup. Best World Cup ever of your lifetime?
It has been sensational, Theo.
And I got to do it with my dad. You guys, all thanks to you. Bye-bye.